How we turn that off? What?
Trying to push that thing open. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're just. It's like. Is volume fully up? A little bit of echo, maybe? A little bit of echo? Can you hear me? Okay. We'll see how it goes. Okay, you've got the balance right. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing is just setting up the battlefield. Health and safety is absolutely critical for what we do at Northern World War II Association. We've just got a couple of public that we just need to make sure are out of the way. We do use live guns. Some of the ammunition will make some loud bangs. There will be smokes going off lightly as well. The smoke may drift over you, so I just want you to be aware. Any of the children that don't like the bangs, please do not put your fingers in your ears. All it's going to make it do is vibrate in your ears. What you want to do is just simply put a hand in front of the ears like that. It'll knock the sound round. So not in the ears, just in front of the ears. We are going to have lots of reenactors on the field. There are going to be firing weapons. The odd shell may head into the crowd. If it does, I apologise. Some of our reenactors do get a little bit excited sometimes, fire a little bit close to the public, so they should be aware that the odd cartridge may come in. When we finish, please do not come onto the battlefield. If any of the children are interested in any of the shell casings, we'll clear the field. We can give them out to children, but please don't come on. We need to check that every cartridge is clear. Some of them may be a little bit sharp. Some of the cartridges also may not have fired correctly, so we just need to check each one. I say, we will be about 5 minutes. We just need to finish our health and safety check, make sure the battlefield's clear, and then we'll get going.
Are you alright with the low bangs?
Yeah.
That's alright.
Sound like fireworks.
Well, you do a runner.
Not though.
Yeah.
Look, why am I getting a motorbike sound?
Hmm?
It's getting a motorbike sound.
Yeah. Maybe they're going to chase somebody.
So, he said we can go find bullets.
No, he'll get the bullets, and if you want any, you ask for them.
Yeah. Let me tell
You're not allowed on there.
I want 7 now.
Dear.
Yeah. Let me check how much I have now.
You've got 4. Leave them in my pocket.
No, I want to count them. Can't find them. So there's got 2 big ones. Thank you. Bye bye.
Grandpa's planning to be a second year,
Okay, so I think we're around done with our checks. Just a couple of things, like I say, please do not come forward from the barrier. Anyone enters the field, we will have to stop. Any public enter behind, we will have to stop. Health and safety is absolutely critical. Even though we use blank rounds, they still fire out the front. Anyone that's within about 10 foot of the rifles can get injured, etc. So, we'll just finish off the checks. So, from a point of view of our Germans, are we all good? They probably can't hear me over there, so we'll just check. Brits, are we all good? Yep. I think they're all good.
And Germans you've been looking for. They're over there.
So we'll just... Yeah, we'll just like say, we'll just play out.
You're not allowed to do that. I don't know, he said.
Okay, so what we're going to do is try and transport you back to the Second World War. All the reenactors are volunteers for Northern World War II Association, and they give up their time to do it. All the weapons, etc., that they buy are all their own. So, but before we start, just a big thank you for turning up today to Fort Paull, to support Fort Paull. I know when we were here last, it was a little bit different, and I know the two Nicks are doing a lot of work to try and bring it back. So a big thank you today for coming, seeing ourselves and everything else that Fort Paull has to offer. So massive thank you for your all attending. The battle will last 15-20 minutes. As I said, will involve multiple people. There'll be lots of loud bangs, lots of smokes going off. The smoke may drift, the bangs may be a bit loud, but enjoy. So, I think from our German perspective, are we all good? They will answer me in a minute. Our Germans are all ready, yeah? It's amazing the power of a speaker. Okay, so we're complete with all our checks. Yeah, I'm just getting the thumbs up from our Brits over there. Yep, thumbs up from our health and safety officer over there. Thumbs up from our health and safety officer. Oh, he's so happy, our health and safety officer. Thanks, Andy. Okay, so I think we are around ready. So, when we're ready to go, thank you very much, reenactors. What we've got here, just coming onto the battlefield here, is a number of our paratroopers and commandos. After D-Day, a lot of the troops got mixed up between units, etc. So they've just made a unit themselves. They're just watching out. They're just patrolling, just looking for what's going on here. Just being really careful, looking out, slow, steady, just observations. What's going on here? So just slow, steady. Just checking out, looking for mines on the floor, looking for anything that could harm them. So slowly, you'll see various things. So some of them in the red berry, and the commandos then in the green berry as well. So you see the gentleman at the front just using his binoculars here to just keep an eye out, look for some of the Germans. Oh, I think the Germans have seen them, so I think there's going to be a little bit of engagement here. Oh, we've lost a couple of the Brits there, I think. They've got to push forward slowly. Oh, no, another one's down there, unfortunately. So I think we've just got a couple of the brave Brits that are left. This hasn't gone very well for the Brits here, so I think the Germans are just going to come up and round the last couple of Brits. You can see the smoke coming in here, ladies and gentlemen. So what they're using, the smoke is used just as cover here, so that the Germans can move around, just come and take out a couple of these Brits. I think the Brits are trying the same here. That's one hell of a throw into the camp there, Simon. So he's just trying to smoke out a couple of Germans that are sat over there at the minute. I think that was a German preacher saying thank you, but no thank you. And you can see the wind just blowing across there. So I think you can see the last commando here. I think there's a couple. I think one of these commandos is just going to try and move forward as well, joining his other troops. But I think we're down to one or two left here. The Germans are just wandering up. What we're going to do here, we're going to look to capture him. I think, yep, he's decided. He can't fight on any further. He's going to be captured by the German troops here. So I think there's going to be a little bit. He's going to be taken back here to the German camp. He'll be questioned, asked what's going on back here. I think we're down to the last gentleman here. So there's one injured trying to crawl back. Here, one of the Germans. I think I don't see any British first aid people. We're missing the first aid here, unfortunately. So he'll crawl back slowly but surely, I'm sure, this gentleman. And like I said, the Germans have just retired. I think what the Germans are going to do now is they're just going to set up their mortars. So the mortar is a fantastic weapon here. Oh, the Germans have just spotted the last giant. Oh, I think they might have got one of theirs shot there. So the Germans are just going to push on here. Oh, good shot by the German. I know it's a bit of a boo there, but it was a very good shot by the German there, just to take out the last one. Now that's not very nice, was it? That he'd managed to get about 10 foot back, and that was it. So they're coming here. So the thing the Germans are going to do here is just check all the Brits. They want to make sure that none of them are still alive. They don't want to be pushing up later on and see some of the Brits alive. So they're just going to check each member of the British here. Just check any of them are still alive. Any of them that can be questioned. Ask questions about what's going on here. Exactly. That was a little bit sneaky there. So they're just going to make sure, check each one in turn, make sure that they're still alive. Anything. Oh, they're using the mortar. So does anyone live about 2 miles over there? If you do, that's where these mortars are landing. I apologise now if you've got a mortar in the top of your house or your house isn't there. But yeah, the Germans are just going to use the mortars. They're a fantastic weapon for just softening up the enemy, etc. But what they're going to do is slowly but surely they're just going to put a few mortar shells down, try and soften up this enemy, make sure everything is good. They're just going to, that's the second one going up there. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see it flying over there? No? We'll see. I'm sure there's one more round. You may see it as it goes up. There is one more round coming in a minute, honestly. Believe me. Okay. There will be one more round in a minute. So they're just checking all these soldiers here, make sure they're all fine. No, I think they're all dead. Yep, they all not made it. Yep, he's quite happy now. Did you lose any soldiers? 9? No soldiers lost for the Germans. One might be slightly injured, but if you look on top of the hill there, what do we see? We see a sniper. So what they've done, they've set up a sniper here, and I think if I can see rightly just back there, I think the sniper's just looking. Now the thing about the sniper is he's not shooting any old tube. He's seen the radio operator. There's a German radio operator over there. What that radio operator is doing is he's sending signals to the German troops about what they need to do. If I'm seeing correctly, the sniper has managed to take out the German radio operator. Now, what he's doing, he's just waiting. He's waiting for his shot, slowly but surely. Patience is the key thing with him. He's just going to wait till he sees a German officer maybe stick a bit of a head out, someone with binoculars looking for what's going on, and he's just going to bide his time up there. Yep, I think he's just that's another one. I think the Germans have lost another one back there. They're just all hunkered down, but for so long. Oh, we see the German priest. I think he's just coming on. I think they must have lost 1 or 2 troops. He's going to come on, give the last ride to the German troops. The Germans are a little bit pinned down. They're going to have to make a decisive move here, I think. They cannot have that sniper up there. That sniper will just wait and pick them off all individually. So the German commander is just grabbing his troops together, and they're going to have to make some sort of decisive move around taking out the sniper. Now, the thing is, he's got a Mosin Nagant rifle, I believe. He's only got 5 rounds in it. Every time he fires 5 rounds, and I counted, I think, about 4 or 5 rounds there, he's going to have to reload. It takes a little bit of time to reload, but I think the Germans are just going to decide on what they're going to do in a minute. They cannot leave him there. They're all hunkered down on the battlefield here, behind the vehicles, behind the tents, etc. But at some point, he's just going to keep firing. He's just going to take them out individually, one by one. So they need to start making some decisive moves around the battlefield. They're putting some suppression fire down here, but they're going to have to make some sort of decisive move to hunt out and get out this sniper.
People are listening.
You can see, ladies and gentlemen, I think they've decided that they're going to make some moves here. They're going to send a couple of people round the back, a couple of German troops round the back to try and flush him out. Yep. I think what they might do is just a bit of suppression fire, keep the head down of that sniper up there. You see, you can hear the difference in the sound. So the Germans are generally using the machine pistol, not a lot of noise coming from them. Every time you hear that loud bang, that is a sniper firing. There was definitely 2 of them up there.
Sounds like 1917.
Yeah, you see, they're sending now a number of troops up there. They're going to flush out this sniper. I know he's killed a couple of their men. I think they're just battling around the concrete bunker that you can see at the top there, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll wait for the results. There's a couple more Germans just heading up there now. So the Germans seem to be taking control up there. So I think, hopefully, I believe they may have captured and killed the sniper, but we'll just wait to see what's going on. They're certainly taking the hill, ladies and gentlemen. Is that a dead one I see? I can see some, they're looking round something, so I think there's definitely one with his hands up, and I think there's one dead one up there as well.
That's the guy who had the sniper.
Yep, they've definitely checked over that dead troop there. I think that's the spotter there. They've nicked his weapon. That's not right nice. They may be using that in the battle in a moment. So I think what they can see there, you can see just walking down here is the sniper. So you can just see him just at the back of the battlefield. You can see the sniper now just being taken down into the German camp, and I think he'll be asked a few questions. I'm not sure how well he'll be treated, if I'm honest. He shot 3 or 4 of the German troops. But I think what's critical here is that the Brits have lost several men on the battlefield here. I'm not sure they're going to allow their sniper to be taken. I'm sure somewhere around this region there is going to be some more British troops. And luckily enough, here they come. So what we've got here is we've got the Duke of Wellington troops coming on here. They've seen a number of their comrades here taken, so we've lost a number of commandos, we've lost a number of the 6th Airborne Brigade as well. They're going to try and repay the Germans for what they've done. They've lost their sniper to him, so they're going to be very, very cautious. They can see that the battlefield is unfortunately littered with their own troops. They're going to be very, very careful what they do here. Slowly but surely coming onto the battlefield, taking the Germans. They're going to be very cautious of their spacing between them and what they're firing over. Fire upwards in the air. So slowly but surely, they're just loading, and they're going to move up the battlefield. Be very careful of their dead comrades around the battlefield. So what we've got with the Brits here, you can see mainly armed with the 303 rifle. There's a couple of them armed with the Stens as well. So the thing is here, the 303 rifle is what they're looking for. So the Germans are probably 50, 100 feet away. The machine guns are going to be very, very little use at this sort of range. But I think the Germans will start coming out shortly, thinking around how they defend their area. They're not going to lose the snipers that they've captured, and they're not going to lose their set up their camp, etc. over here. The Brits are going to do everything they can to push forward and seek revenge. What's critical here is you continue to move. You cannot stay static. You stay static, you're going to get the Germans have used some smoke here to try and move their troops forward. They're using the smoke to cover them, and then, ladies and gentlemen, you will see the Germans sort of come forward here. So the British have decided to slowly retreat. What's important here is the cover fire.
Move back! Fall back! Fall back!
Guys. On the floor. So the Germans are going to come forward here. And the Germans are going to slowly but surely push forward here. So, bit of stalemate at the minute. The Germans are just considering what they're going to do. The Brits have got quite a strong position here They're all ready to fight, so the Germans are just going to have to make a decision here. Is it that they want to push forward and attack? Are they going to be able to defeat these British? They've dug in a little bit here. I think a bit of a sort of last stand for the British here. Maybe one or two of their troops are going to push forward to try and see if they can push these Germans back, but the Germans are certainly moving forward, trying to take advantage of the battlefield now. I say, what they're doing here, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the smoke is being used. They've pushed a couple forward there to try and, but unfortunately, like I say, they've unfortunately not made it far forward. The Germans are holding a couple of strong positions, using the vehicles on the battlefield as cover, but they're going to have to do something. One of these sides is going to have to make a decision here. You can see the British retreating, taking a view of the battlefield. I think the Germans have decided it's time to come forward. We've lost the German there. I think one of the... So I think we've lost a couple of Germans. We've lost a couple of Germans here. The Brits are just trying to strengthen their position up. There is just a couple of Germans left on the battlefield here. I think we're about even in terms of numbers. One of the units is going to have to make a decision here, though. What are they going to do? Are they going to fight? Oh, I think we've certainly lost a couple of those Brits. I think they've decided retreat is the best way. I think there's other couple of British have decided what they're going to do. So they're going to... Oh, no, he didn't make it. I think we're down to one lone British member here. I think what's he going to do? He's been slightly outnumbered here. He's just building up his defences. Those sandbags mean everything. So I think we just need a couple of these Germans to push forward, and take this last man. The British are down to one. So I think he's decided to surrender. So I think there's a bit of fighting going on here. They've lost lots of the... I know the Germans have also lost a few people here. So I think this is the German commander here. He's just checking a couple of the Brits. And I think, unfortunately here, I think it's a victory for the Germans.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, if you come back tomorrow, I'm sure we'll see the British win tomorrow. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it is a victory for our German troops today. Okay, all our redactors, if you stand up please, come line up in front of the public. So what we'll do, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get all the troops lined up in front of you. You can get up and close to our troops. Thank you very much for being a fantastic public. Like I say, please don't come onto the battlefield. What we'll do, we'll play the battlefield, but if any of the troops, if any of the kids want any of the shells, what we'll do, we'll get some of those given out. So if we get all our troops up to the front of the public, please. Go on, Germans, Brits, all in front of the public, please. Go on, COs, please get your troops up. We need big balance. You couldn't see it. COs, please get your troops ready. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do when we end the battle now, we're going to do a 1 minute silence. During the Second World War, First World War, and all the conflicts that have happened since, there is thousands, tens of thousands, potentially millions of soldiers that have been injured and died. Whilst we fight blanks, it's really important for us as Northern World War II members to just remember all those troops that give their sacrifices.
Those two people
So what we're going to do is we're going to do a minute silence. So if all our troops could line up, please. Yeah. So if you could all line up, please. So we'll just finish off clearing the the weapons, because they say health and safety is absolutely critical that each weapon has been checked, there's no ammunition left in the weapons. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I would ask that, like I say, during the 1 minute silence, if we could participate in the 1 minute silence, that'd be fantastic. So troops will just finish checking the weapons.
For a minute.
Why?
Do you not?
So any last troops coming for the 1 minute silence? You want to line up, or you just going to clear the battlefield?
So they're going to be quiet for 1 minute.
Right, don't worry, just let's get this sorted out, yeah? Okay, are we all clear troops? Yep, Commander's happy. Okay, so. I think we're all good. Okay. Association. Remove headdress. Association, apply headdress. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching our reenactors today. This was just a small example of what we do as Northern World War II Association.
Look, what's that?
We'll be back again tomorrow with a firing display and a skirmish battle, but I think our reenactors deserve a big round of applause.